Hello and welcome to the
Never
Great
in
War.
history had a single shot so changed the fate of a continent. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his wife Sophie, Duchess of Hohenberg, are assassinated on a visit to Sarajevo, sparking a conflict that would engulf the world. One by one, the dominoes fall. The great empires, desperate for influence, are eager to tip the balance of power in their favor. Demanding retribution, Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia, provoking Russia and Germany to stand on opposing sides. As war reaches France and Belgium, Britain honors its treaties and musters its forces. Europe is now at war. Countless thousands of professional and reservist soldiers would march toward their fate onto the Franco-Belgian border. It would be a conflict like none had seen before. Technology would change the landscape of war and the scale of violence in such a way as to usher in a new world. Within 4 months, gone were the cavalry charges and battle lines of old, now dominated by the thunder shock of artillery and the blistering hail of machine gun fire. This new reality would force entire armies to dig deep into the dirt and fortify their position with a line of trenches. The measure of victory now to be drawn in inches. Thus the Western Front was established. From the fields of Flanders to the borders of Switzerland, the great nations would make their stand. The fate of millions was now in the hands of a few.
So yes, as I was saying, welcome to the Great War, Western Front. So we're going to be starting the campaign today. Now, I wonder, just based on my accent, who do you think I'll be joining? Right. So what have we got? With increased difficulty suggested for players who want to challenge. This grants a minor combat advantage to the AI, or we can go full-blown elite. Suggested for players that like to fight against all odds. Grants both combat and economic advantages to the AI. We'll go veteran. We'll nudge it up one. I don't want to end up playing a massive campaign where I find out midway through that, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have cranked it all the way up. Right. Plus, I'll admit that the demo that I played of this, which you can see on the channel by the way, this was covered in the Steam Next Fest. So the demo, it was, especially on the attack, as you can imagine, with trench warfare, it was rather difficult. But yes, so we've got here what the Great War is, as you probably can already tell. It's basically a real-time strategy game that's got a giant grand campaign overlay type thing, in which you basically play out the Western Front of World War One. So we're starting here in 1914, beginning of the war. August 1914, the onset of war was viewed with confidence by the peoples of Europe. Few imagined how long or disastrous a great war could be, and most believed that the war was a necessity to defend against the might of their oppressors. Many had a sense of patriotism and positivity, and believed it would be over within a few months. By December it had begun to set in that the war wouldn't be over any time soon. No, it would not.
With the death of the Archduke, Europe is propelled into chaos. Nations honoring treaties and alliances forged years before are now plunged into a conflict they cannot avoid, sparked by a single gunshot. Here on the Western Front, nations draw their battle lines. The Central Powers of Austria-Hungary and Germany now face the combined alliance of France, Britain, and their colonies The Great War is about to begin.
General, sir, we have word from General Haig. The BEF have successfully crossed the channel and halted the German advance. But the Germans have established trenches along the northern crest. Machine guns and artillery barrages are proving far too lethal for open warfare. That and they have us trumped on heavy weaponry. Ours cannot stand up to their quantity, caliber, or range.
Our counter-offensive had them pushed back from the Marne. What of our efforts to encircle them?
They have the higher ground here, sir.
What of the French?
We have retaken the eastern tip of Chemin-Tétane, but further progress has been negligible. We are at an impasse out there, I'm afraid.
Send word to our men to entrench also.
Sir, I fear we may not have the experience for this type of warfare.
Have heavy artillery rushed over from England. We cannot risk another retreat like at Mons. It looks like we'll be settling in for the long haul. We must push back into Belgium. If we don't outflank the enemy, then we will be at a stalemate.
Thus the Western Front was established. From the fields of Flanders to the borders of Switzerland, the great nations would make their stand. The fate of millions was now in the hands of a few.
Right, here we are then. So, starting out the campaign. So, as Germany pushed into Belgium and France, the Allies attempted to cut them off by pushing their forces north. Germany followed suit, each attempting to outflank the other in what is known as the race to the sea, a race neither would win. Blocked in both directions, the two factions dug in and tried to gain any ground they could. In an unparalleled act of humanity, British and German soldiers agreed to a ceasefire on Christmas Day. Both sides entered no man's land to exchange gifts and start a game of football. Yep, that we all know that story, the miracle of Christmas. The second miracle of Christmas, not the original one, the other one that involves football in trenches. Others took the time to rest, repair their trenches and recover the dead. This act of compassion was never to be repeated for the remainder of the war. Soon after the event, orders came down: push forward, take new ground, defeat the enemy. Right, here we are then. Oh, we are. Right, well. Now I'm assuming it's probably just going to, I'm assuming it's probably going to either give me a tutorial momentarily, or it's assuming that I've gone through the tutorials. But either way, I have played through the tutorial. It's about 2 hours long, and if there's an option to skip it, I'll be doing so. Generally speaking, if you haven't watched the the Next Fest demo footage I recorded on the channel, I'll give you a bit of a lowdown here. So, this is our research tree, and we will get research periodically. I believe we'll get a few every turn. And we've also got supplies and gold reserves. We can purchase supplies with gold reserves. In addition, we can also purchase, say, some units. And what we can do with all of our units and abilities and things, stuff we can buy, we can basically mount assaults on the enemy. That's essentially it. So we've got 5 turns here. This is our current objective, to try and demoralise the enemy. So, in addition to purchasing units and doing research, we can also spend our resources on applying upgrades to territory. So for example, I could buy a field hospital here. I'd require research to unlock it, and then I'd have to make a purchase, right? and you can get airfields, there's a canteen and things, and these give you various bonuses, yeah? So it looks like here, agent housing here, a safe house, so your spies that are operating in the area are less likely to get discovered and killed. You can get an airfield to get recon and air support on the battlefield. And of course it's World War One, not two, so the little biplanes. The bombing runs aren't exactly great because of that. The fighters are mostly just there to defend against enemy planes, and of course then you've got your recon planes that are there to get you beforehand knowledge of the enemy, right? And all of this, like I say, will cost you your supplies and your gold reserves. It's important as well, your units when they heal use up supplies, if I'm remembering correctly. And you need supplies to build defences in areas, and all the defences you build, so every time we go into a battle here, it will go into a full-on real-time battle. The defences we build, not all of them, machine guns and things don't stay, but if I'm remembering correctly, artillery batteries and trenches do, and they're persistent until someone takes the territory. So it is more than worth it to really dig in, as you can imagine. So right now
We have new orders.
I think I am going to send... We're going to move some units
Move out.
to Dunkirk here, because I'm noticing that there's no one stationed there, and I think if I don't move someone there, they'll probably attack it. Looking at the enemy, they've got a weak flank here. There's only one unit there. If we send a few units over here, we might be able to push there. There's also a weak spot here. There's only 2 units. Same here. Along here, generally speaking. This is kind of what you have to do. You just kind of to probe what you're doing. Right. An army is only as strong as well as its men. Defeat enough of them, and not only do their replacements hesitate on the battlefield, but potential replacements hesitate to sign up. So if we can defeat 10 German infantry companies in 5 turns, we'll be given 500 gold as a reward. Lovely. Right, so, research. Let's have a look. We can increase standard infantry soldier health by 25%. That seems like an intelligent thing to do immediately. We could increase damage by 25% if we wanted, or we could unlock that field hospital. Or we could increase grenade damage by 100%. We could unlock fighter planes. We could, let's see, reduce cooldowns for heavy field artillery abilities. We could get the supply depot structures. I know for a fact that the supply depots are a big deal. I also think as well, let's see, each turn now grants 1.2 thousand gold reserves. So I think we'll grab this as well on the research, because that sounds like the earlier we get that, the more it's going to benefit us. So we'll click apply down there, lovely. And so as we can see now, we've got the supply depot unlocked, increase the supply cap for the region. So that means that when battle starts, we can use additional supplies in that region, because you can't take all your supplies into battle. You can only take as many as your supply cap in the region will allow. So I'm actually going to purchase that here, because I think that if we purchase a supply depot there, we'll be able to put additional defences up, which we're probably going to need because this tile is surrounded by many other tiles. And in fact, I'm just realising this here isn't an actual tile, is it? So yeah, we don't need units there. Right, so we could probably move these over into here next turn if we wished. Right, I'm going to end the turn, and we'll see what the enemy do in response. So we've now got some more gold reserves. We get a research point. Heavy rain. Our trenches are constantly barraged, which destroys morale and also lives. Destroy enemy heavy artillery and show our men that their lives matter. Okay. They are stacking up here for some kind of attack, I think.
Stand by for orders.
So, here we go, nationals. Oh. Yeah, I think I just purchased supply there by accident. Right. So let's have a look. I don't think we can really get much now. We could get flight, we could get trench engineering. Looks the improved firing trench for purchase and upgrade in field commander battles. We'll return for now. Right. See what we could do.
Ready yourselves. We're moving.
We're gonna need to move those up. Germany warns Americans. Have purchased ads in local newspapers and warned citizens of potential danger when boarding ships bound to Europe, stating that any ship allied to Britain will be fired upon and potentially destroyed. We urge our readers to use caution when planning a sea voyage at this time. Right. Let's see. Recruitment in action. Recruitment at home is continuing to support the war effort. New infantry corps are now ready for battle at our staging grounds. Right, we're starting to get somewhere now. And now we've got an event. So we get a choice given to us here. So, to the soldier subjected to nervous strain and hard work, cocaine, once used, must become a terrible temptation. It will, for the hour, charm away his trouble, his fatigue and anxiety. It will give him fictitious strength and vigour, but will also, in the end, render him worthless as a soldier and a man. Right, question the soldiers and attempt to track down the source of the drugs. That will give us will, but lose gold reserves. Punish. Reprimand them and file a formal complaint to the Canadian government. They should not have brought their drug problem to England. We've got a lot of gold reserves at the moment, so we'll do that and we'll get 10 national will. So we can see it there. We've got 10 more points. If this goes to 0, basically, we lose. We have to keep this up. We've got another event. Soon after the war began, the powerful British Navy blockaded Germany, in an attempt to prevent supplies from reaching the Central Powers nations. This included continuous patrolling, capturing, intercepting and confiscating ships in ports, and also mine laying in international waters to prevent all travel. More than 400,000 deaths from starvation and disease are estimated to have been caused by the blockade. The aggressive tactics also affected neutral and allied nations, who were not safe from the mines. Yeah, you don't annoy the British Navy, generally speaking. They can do that. Right.
On a de nouveaux ordres.
Okay, let's try moving. Where would be a good spot to really send a bunch of guys here? I'm getting worried about this front, to be fair.
En marche.
Yeah.
Attendez les ordres. On avance. De nouveaux ordres arrivent. On avance.
Get some units stacked up there, because they're really starting to stack up some troopers on this side, aren't they? Right.
Attention.
Trying to figure out if there's a way I can purchase units. I know you could purchase tanks before, but purchase menu, yeah. Yeah, that is the purchase menu, and there's not a whole lot I can purchase at the moment. I think we're just literally waiting on troops to come in. Right. Let's get ourselves some improved sights. We're gonna go for infantry first. Right. And we'll call it at that. Enemy spy. That is not good. Spies everywhere. Right. Don't think we can do much about that at the moment. So, but we have got intelligence. So we've got region intel, arm intel, agent housing soon possibly. Reduces the cost of spy missions in that area. Might be an idea. We'll sit on that for now. In the meantime, let's see, where could we make a strike? I'm not sure we could. Women for peace, so we get additional national will. Several thousand women formed a demonstration asking for peace outside the Reichstag. Similar movements were happening all over the world in nations of both Central Powered and Allied nations. As the war moved on, however, the quest for peace was overshadowed by the fear that Germany was facing a potential threat to its survival. We have our first battle. They've got 9 corps in the region. There's going to be apparently a great loss. We will engage the battle. And we'll see how it unfolds. Now it may say that this is going to be Huge win for them, but I will tell you now, that is not always true. Not by a long shot. The fact of the matter here is we have a bunch of artillery, a lot of troops, and we will just put down a bunch of machine guns. Wow, is this gonna say it wasn't gonna be just that, was it? No, it's much larger. Right, okay. So, how this works, in case you're wondering. The enemy have fortified in this position here, right? They have also fortified around this position. That is all we can currently see of their defences. Right? What we can now do, in response to all of this, now, first things first, we're going to raise a trench balloon. Well, not a trench balloon, an observation balloon, sorry, what should I be saying? So we're going to put that over here. Actually, we've got very few supplies, 200 and odd. We've not got many actually. We'll put an observation balloon there behind our front trench lines. And we're going to get some, I think we're going to need some MG nests. Right, let's get one there. Another there. Got two more that we could purchase. Yeah, we do not have a great amount of supply in this area. Just in case they try to come via the forest. Right. Whilst I'm saying this, I think we might have to skimp on the balloon. Yes, we will. Right, there. Okay. Troop deployment, French infantry.
Au rapport.
We're going to try and fill all of our frontline trenches at least
Renfort au rapport.
with some soldiers, if possible.
Au rapport! Renfort, au rapport!
We must also remember
Renfort, au rapport!
to keep our command trench back here full of infantry, as losing that
On attend les
could
ordres.
cost us dearly. What artillery could I build? I might build some light artillery. Let's try there. I guess we don't really need. Right, okay. We'll just have a trench protecting that.
Renfort prêt!
We've got 15 supplies left.
On est arrivé!
On est arrivé. On attend les ordres.
So I'm just going to put some additional troopers in each of
On arrive après le bataille, on
the
dirait.
trenches and some more at the back of this part of this. Whew, right, we have to hold out for what will be about 20 minutes. Oh god. Oh god.
Préparez-vous, soldats.
Our supply is severely depleted. You don't say.
Tenez-vous prêts!
Préparez-vous à recevoir les ordres de tir.
Right, so as you can see, we've got a little view up here of how far the artillery can fire. We can fire anywhere within that cone, and we've got the ability here. It takes 6 supply as well to use them. In case you're wondering why we've not used all of our supplies, yes, it's because we need supplies to fire the guns, to call in more troops, that sort of thing. So, hopefully, now we'll hold out at least a little bit. At the very least, crush a bunch of enemies before they take this. Now, the trenches, like I've mentioned before, these are persistent, so the next time we come in, any trenches we added will be kept between games. Now, we could probably do with putting a supply depot in the region, most likely, to increase the amount of supply we can bring in each time. Looks like the enemy have found my MG nest. They're firing upon it.
Recherchez pour le tir de barrage.
We will get ready to launch a barrage on the enemy. Assuming they actually get anywhere near.
On a nos cibles.
There. Fire. As you can see, that's all being called in. They're all being shot at. And those are now most likely going to run away. Now, these aren't particularly brilliantly well upgraded trenches, and so, and this wasn't a, this machine gun nest has been bombarded to hell.
On a de nouveaux ordres.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually move these units here
On a de nouveaux ordres sur une ligne!
into this trench. So there's 2 of them fighting against this 1 unit. So they should win this melee now. We're going to move this unit around to here.
Chargez l'artillerie.
And we're also going to ready for another barrage. Yeah, they're probably going to overrun that trench now. Oh, it looks like they're trying to charge through here as well. Right.
Feu à volonté.
Get to the other side of the trench, lads. Fire that away. Probably gonna get overrun at this rate.
On dirait qu'on arrive après la bataille.
Renfort au rapport!
Renfort, prêt.
On est arrivé. On attend les ordres.
la bataille, on dirait. Au rapport.
Now, this is just outside our firing arc, so we can't do much about it.
Tir de barrage ordonné.
They're desperately trying to take these trenches.
Attendez les ordres.
Right, we're going to move all these units up over here.
On avance.
C'est perdu.
Yeah, they should be coming in range of this machine gun soon.
C'est trop. Retraite.
They are doing. Right, good.
Attendez les ordres.
Of
Tenez-vous
course,
prêts.
they're bombarding me now.
On y va.
Try and attempt to avoid it.
On doit y aller.
C'est perdu.
Allez, on accélère. C'est trop. Retraite.
And we will move into the trenches here. It looks like we're actually getting some open warfare, which is unusual in World War II.
Attention.
And yes, they're all set to skirmish foundation formation now, so they're less likely to get
En position de tir.
hit by artillery, but it's not great.
C'est trop. Retraite.
On a de nouveaux ordres. Feu
Stand and
orienté.
fire at them.
On se replie. On se replie.
Now, while that's all
Tenez-vous
happening,
prêts. Sur la ligne.
we're going to take our artillery here and bombard Irish.
On arrive après la bataille, on dirait. Au rapport.
Renfort, au rapport.
Renfort, au rapport.
We're going to call in some more troops, and we're going to do the same here. Right, we're going to speed it up. And over here, yep, there we are. Our new battalion's coming in. Let's see what we're capable of doing. It looks like the enemy is actually beginning to run out of troops to send in. It would appear, so that's good. It's very good. Though there are more coming through, which is not good. As soon as we see any bombardments coming in, we need to swap over to, yep, skirmish formation. Everyone skirmish formation.
On a de nouveaux
There
ordres.
we go, skirmish formation.
On a de nouveaux ordres. En position de tir. On a de nouveaux ordres. Préparez-vous à tirer.
Attention. On a de nouveaux ordres. On y va. Feu à volonté.
Attendez les ordres. Chargez. Attendez les ordres.
Fire, fire.
Tenez-vous prêts. En marche.
Get out from the bombardments. Crap.
On se replie.
So it's not looking good for us here.
C'est trop. Retraite. Repliez-vous.
Attention.
The good news
Feu à
is
volonté. En
that...
position de tir.
What are you all doing? Get back in that trench. Get in the trench. I wanted you to just turn and shoot, guys.
Chargez.
Right. They are now getting into melee, so this will be a problem. Grenades are being thrown in. It looks like we've held A, but they've done a massed attack over B,
Préparez-vous.
and that's
soldats.
cost us the objective. Yeah, they've got more and more pouring in. We'll be lucky to even hold this area. Right. Yeah, the odds are they're probably going to take the command trench now. Which is not good. Not at all. Right.
On a de nouveaux ordres. Mettez-vous en position. On a de nouveaux ordres.
Let's put it on 2x speed. We'll see what the enemy do. They're taking B. And they're most likely going to get it. I don't see there being much I can really do about this.
On a perdu le position.
Right. And now we're just waiting them out.
On a de nouveaux ordres. Sur la ligne.
Right, let's see. Just a case of waiting. Now it's balls in their court. Do they think they've got enough troops to come and take this? They probably have, to be fair. They probably have. It's whether or not the AI thinks that they have. Because we can't fly this anymore, we're out of supplies, and so basically we're out of ammo. Alright. I'm getting most of them. They'll easily be fought off. There goes our artillery. 6 minutes remain. Can they take our command trench? And this is why we'll have some units stationed back here. I'm not certain they can. This timer stopped actually.
Tenez-vous prêts. Mettez-vous en position.
On a perdu la position.
Oh, why have they got out of the top? Oh, it's because that's full. I was hoping to get them in here so they could fire upon these as well, and oh, that would. It probably wouldn't have mattered. Whatever. Right.
C'est perdu.
Morale is low. Oh yeah, they're taking this. We beat up as many of them as we can before we go. Right. So, Sunday will see the battle, losing the star, but saves costs some casualties. Oh, well. Yeah, we've long since lost all of that. Might as well. Well, no, we lose the star anyway, don't we? I'm just gonna. We're done. So we've been fought back there. Great loss. Minus 18 for us, plus 9 for them. But we at least got an efficiency medal for doing a great amount with very little. So we got a consolation prize. Got a nice little participation trophy. Lovely. Right. Let's see how the front lines look. Probably not great. But we did get the bonus for demoralisation for them. And it looks like there's another battle happening. Right. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you next time on the Great War Western Front, where we'll see what happens with this, for I suspect it's not going to go well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.